Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Stardew Valley here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor. Let's see what we have on the farm right now. 48 crops ready. I believe that's going to be more parsnips. It's either going to be parsnips or potatoes. And lots of machines ready, so lots of pale ale. Excellent. Just what I like to see. Got a sunny day tomorrow. We can deal. Another bad luck day. Oh, now it's just gonna go through a bunch of achievements that I got from last time I was recording Mass Effect. So sorry about that. Kill 1,000 enemies. Alright, goody. So, what do we have? Crab pots. Experienced anglers know how to crab pots. Despite the name, the pots can be used to catch a wide variety of aquatic critters in both fresh and salt water. Just place your crab pot in the water and load it with bait. Come back the next day and check on it to see what you caught. You'll need to load it with bait again to catch more. Alright, so yeah, you're just seeing all of the things that I did not have show up last time I was playing Mass Effect because my console decided that because my router needed a firmware update, it wasn't going to connect to wireless. So, not a big deal, just lots of achievements appearing. So we got good amount of garlic here. Let's see here. I'll do more parsnips over here at this point. I do like the garlic. It's one of those crops that I tend to get too much of it, though, because there's not a whole lot you can do with it, really. It's a pretty inconsequential crop, by and large. Sell our quality stuff. Go down to check on our kegs, words, get all our pale ale to rake in the dough. Speaking of dough, in relation to beer, making dough from the yeast from making beer is actually quite good. My wife made some pizza using the yeast from a homebrew kit that I had gotten after we finished making the brew itself. Alright, yes, I do still have Robin in there working on that. Nothing from the sturgeon yet, nothing new from our lava eels. Alright. But it is a Thursday. What shall we do for a Thursday? I don't have my pail on me. I'm gonna hold off on the... No, I don't want to get rid of that. Hi, Chester. That's what I was trying to do. Say hello to Chester. The real Chester had a very, very trying night last night because of a storm that came through. He was not happy. He is not a storm cat at all. Need to figure out what I am going to put in there still. That looks like an extra tree that I don't want. Where's that extra tree? You should not be there. You are where a path is. I appreciate your existence because I do like having plenty of maple trees and oak trees, but you do not need to be there. Oops. Whoops. Oh, well. Grand scheme of things, that's probably fine. Alright. Accidental little bits of farm maintenance today. It was not my main intention for the day. Kind of what happens when you end up stepping away from the game for a while, though. It's just kind of natural to go into maintenance mode. And this game is one I'm inherently spending a little less time with overall, just because I don't need to play it constantly in order to really be doing stuff. Stick my garlic in here. Alright, just before noon on a Thursday. Let's see. See what kind of tasks we have right now. I have to bring maple syrup to the secret woods. Sandfish for Gus. Oof. That's actually something we can do. That's the apricot. Albacore for Gus. 10 pieces of hardwood, which we definitely can do. I have to bring an amethyst to Emily. That'll be winter, and then we're just waiting for the cauliflower to grow for that. But sandfish. Oh, I am almost completely out of bait. That's no good. That is definitely no good. Let's get our bait. That's better. Alright, I am going to go to the desert then. Purely to get Clint a sandfish. Because better to do. That was weird. I have a feeling that we are going to have a black screen there very briefly. I have no idea what happened there. Alright, see what we can do. As far as sandfish go. This is already a sandfish, I'm pretty sure. Definitely not a scorpion carp. Yep, sandfish, perfect. Awesome. And since we're here, I am going to get all the wood I can as well. Then there's some greater purpose to us coming out here. Because I'm not going to go into Skull Cavern on such a bad luck day. That is a definite no. But this way, I don't have my pan on me. I need to start actually bringing my pan with me so that I can pan for ore and stuff. One of these days I will remember that I need to do that. I could be the sort of person that wears it as a hat to make sure that I always have it with me, but I like my fedora. I think I look good with the fedora. Especially since this is more of a modern fedora, not the super wide-brimmed fedoras of old. Those look a little bit comical. And honestly, my impression of them has not been helped by how campy musicals like Guys and Dolls choose to be. Because I think of the time period in which that took place, 50s and such. I think of muted colors for some reason. I don't think of garish, bright colors, and without fail, Guys and Dolls is always a musical that goes really bright, really campy with its color choice. And it takes me out of the illusion of the musical to a certain degree. Or rather, it makes me hyper. It's not that it takes me out of the illusion. I'm very good with suspension of disbelief. I mean, I've literally talked about the nature of suspension of disbelief in this game specifically, and yeah, I definitely am good with the suspension of disbelief, but there is an element of when it gets so garish, so brightly colored, so over the top with a musical like Guys and Dolls that I'm like, yep, this is an alternate reality. I definitely can't imagine it being a part of the world that I actually exist in. Alright. We have all our stuff that we need for various things. We have the maple syrup. We have a sandfish. And we have an amethyst for Emily. So this will work out pretty perfectly timing-wise, I think. And I will not necessarily utilize what we get from the recipient of the maple syrup. But it's still nice. Hello, bear. That smell. Come closer. Heh. It's not every day I get to speak to a human. Looks like you've got a little forest magic in you. Yeah, you can say that. Now, about my note. Did you bring the good stuff? 1 jar of maple syrup for you, Mr. Bear. Ooh, that smell. This is really sweet stuff. It's my favorite sauce. It makes me very happy. You've made a friend today, Game Profess. Yeah, I still don't really want to be that close to you. You're still a bear. I've got something special I want to show you. The bear left you with his special knowledge. Salmon berries and blackberries are now worth 3 times the gold. Now, the blackberries I might sell. Actually, I don't know if that impacts their price if you turn them into preserves. I'm gonna have to look that up, because if that's the case, I might just use them to make preserves. Because if their base price goes up and then their preserve price also goes up by 3, that's pretty significant. But very quickly take care of all the hardwood here. Make sure we're ready. Make sure we're ready. Goodness, don't want to make my R's today. But that'll make us certain that we're ready for when Robin is done with our barn, and then we can go give her the hardwood that she has requested. I'll also take a chance to check the bulletin board just to be sure we haven't missed anything today. Ooh, a purple mushroom. That's a good find. My goodness. Hey, Sam. Don't mind me. I'm not going through trash. I really kind of wish that this updated more regularly. I understand functionally why it makes sense for it just to update weekly, but I wish it updated like right when you finish a task in some cases, especially the ones that don't really require a ton of time to finish. Here you go, Gus. Hey, you brought me the item I asked for. It looks perfect. Here's a little something for your trouble. Of course. And I feel like I should wait until Clint is here to give Emily the amethyst. I think I'll do that. He should be arriving shortly. There he is. Alright. Hey, Clint, I'm doing it. Oh, my favorite stone. You're so sweet. Huh. It's from who? Oh, you got it at Clint's? Well, I don't care where you got it from. It's beautiful. Thank you. Smooch. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Clint. I'm sorry. I did not try to get her to kiss me, I swear. Business has been slow lately. You should upgrade your tools. I could use the cash. I am due for upgrades. I think my steel axe I'm definitely due to upgrade. I don't have the iridium to do any of the other upgrades yet. But let's double check if I can give gifts to people. Looks like I can. Let's get a round of beers for everybody. That is 6. Perfect. Here you go, Emily. Thank you, I'm feeling a positive energy from this gift. Oh goodness, are you sure? That I am, Gus. Hey, now this is really something. Thanks a million, kid. I know that I don't have to say precisely what they say when it's literally the same thing always, but I still like doing it. No. Oh wow, Game Professor, how'd you know this is my favorite? This is a fun gift, thanks. Of course, Gus. Whoops. I remember how excited people were at the prospect of being able to sit on stuff. It's so delightfully stupid that we are so excited about this, but it's still fun. Alright. That was actually a pretty productive day. I'm quite pleased with that. So we will head on back to the homestead. I will collect my money from these. Whoops. Or from that, as it were. And actually get to bed at a reasonable hour for once. Hopefully we'll have some good luck and I can justify going to Skull Cavern tomorrow. Cavern. I'm having trouble speaking today and I don't know why. See what we got money-wise. Should be a pretty good haul. 16,000 from farming. Nice. That is definitely a good haul. Now that we're to the point where we're actually making pale ale regularly, it really does make a difference. Let's see here. 48 crops ready. That's going to be the next set of garlic, I'm pretty sure. 14 machines rowdy. Is that going to be our... I'm not sure which... Tappers. It's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. Perfect weather for the Egg Festival. The event will take place in Pelican Town starting between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Don't be late. Awesome. So that'll be next week's episode. We'll start off with the Egg Festival. Very exciting. I sense a new viewer has joined us, a young man from Stardew Valley. Welcome, welcome. The spirits are somewhat mildly perturbed today. Come on, game. Come on, game. Yep, it's our next set of garlic. I don't think I'm going to actually pick that yet. Egg Festival, yep. I know, Lewis, I know. No. Oh, it must be, did I have preserves going? Maybe I had preserves going. That must be what it is. Because there's no way that the pale ale is ready yet. I know that. Yes. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. Get ourselves some cranberry jelly. Or cranberries jelly, as the game calls it. Say hello to Chester. In his little hidden sleepy spot. Ooh, sweet. Got some roe. Oops. I'm still gonna hold off on letting the animals out. I don't have auto feeders yet. They're gonna be so upset with me. Yep, they are all very upset. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I've been bad. Ah, fine, I'll let you out. I'll let them out. A new baby lizard hatched? Yay! What am I going to name this dino? I am going to name this dino... Spike. Whoops. And I'm curious to see if anybody has the reference for that. You may be thinking the correct thing for what I'm referencing without knowing that you have it correct. Because I'm choosing a more obscure character to be referencing. But I know I needed something else. I'm actually... Just because I know that I need to get to the point of auto-feeding quickly, and I know that I have money for it. How am I doing on wood? That's a million-dollar question. I definitely do not have enough wood to do another upgrade. Let me think here. This is tricky. This is a tricky one. Get anything put away in here that I can. And honestly, I'm just gonna sell the rest of these at this point. I will keep the duck feather. Well, at the very least, we'll go down to the traveling merchant. Because she is an important figure to check with on a Friday. Then, I think we will go around the valley and chop down all the trees that we can. Try to get our wood supply back up a bit. Blue jazz. Do I need that for a thing? I might. I actually might. By a thing, I mean a community center. Orange. Do we need that for the community center? Lots of rare seeds available. That's good. Okay, so bulletin board is all I have left. I need a pomegranate. I need 3 apples. I still need a truffle. And I need the red cabbage. Alright. So I'm still quite a ways off on all that. I don't need the blue jazz anymore, though. Alright. Nothing really of interest. Oh, and I'm also going to stop at the beach and make sure if there are, to verify if there are any new things to collect there. And if you let me pause for just a second, I could see my mic slowly drooping, and I don't want that. I would rather have a higher mic level and be able to drop it than have to boost it excessively in post. And as it is, I don't really lower my mic volume ever. It's usually game volume I'd end up dropping. But yeah, kind of a not super interesting episode today, guys. I apologize. I'm really getting the short end of the stick with my luck for this playthrough. This is probably the least lucky playthrough I have ever had with this game. And of course, it's the one that I am recording and putting on YouTube, because that's my life. It is forcing me to think about playing a little bit differently, though, so I guess that is a good thing. Because no matter how hard I try, I am such an efficiency-focused player with this game, so and truly, I'm like that with any simulator game, come to think of it. I think about how I play The Sims, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to get this character to fall in love with another character. I'm usually going to purposefully design characters so that they fall in love, because that's just what I do. And just focus purely on that. And just as quickly as possible, just the way I play. And it's silly. It's really very silly of me, actually. There's so much more to these games. Oh? Emily Heart Event. Another beautiful day in Pelican Town. Hello, parrots. You're very cute. That wasn't good. Oh no, you poor thing. Your wing's broken. Oh, you're a bit different than the others, aren't you? Just like me. Don't worry, I'll nurse you back to health, little one. Everything will be alright. Emily took the injured parrot into her home and bandaged the wing. He's all set up in her room, but as a token of respect, she didn't give the bird a name. And that is yet another example of why I really don't like Emily as a romance option in this game. I really, really don't. I think that she's a very interesting person, and she's a very good person. I would never say otherwise. But her heart events are never focused on the development of the relationship with the player character. Like whether it is, at least insofar as the conscious development of the relationship with the player character by the player character. Like with the first one, have a lobster. Game Profess, this is a beautiful gift, thank you. The fresh air of this valley is good for body and mind. A quick stroll outdoors always invigorates me. Good to know, Elliot. Let's very quickly get some more bait. I'm just gonna get a few hundred bait. Yeah, just a few hundred. I have the money. And by a few hundred, I mean 250. We'll do that. 250. That looks good. Now I can take care of all my crab pots. You've already given him a gift today. I'm not trying to give him a gift. I am trying to bait my crab pots. Let's verify that everything is baited. Looks like it. Alright, then up into the mountains for the wood up there. Yet again, need to remember to grab my pan. That was perfect timing. I wish I could cut down the trees that are actually in Pelican Town proper. It would make me so happy. I understand why you can't. Kind of imagining it more as like actual town property rather than being part of the wilderness. But I still want all the wood that I can possibly get. There we go. But yeah, back to Emily as a character and as a possible romance interest. The issue that I take with the first heart event of hers is it's a dream version of the player character, presumably, in Emily's dream. So it's not you actually developing a relationship with her. It is her imagination of the player character. So I don't like that. Then with that cutscene, the player character isn't even involved. Yes, it reveals more detail about the type of person that Emily is, but it's not about the development of the relationship between her and the player character. So it kind of takes away the purpose or function of the heart events, in my opinion. I really view the heart events as being about getting that deeper connection with the character in question. Both an element of just generally getting to know them better, but also seeing that relationship between your character and that character grow. Make sure I don't cut down that sapling. There we go. Oof, I apologize. Single super itchy spot in my nose that will not stop being itchy. And of course, as I talk, it gets itchier. But yeah, that is my take on Emily as possible romance. I also, personally, I kind of just wish that that Concerned Ape had continued to keep the space for her and Clint to develop a relationship. Because, and I've seen different interpretations of Clint as a character. I interpret him based on the behaviors that I see as a shy guy who doesn't really know how to express himself. I do understand other interpretations of him as more akin to an incel or something along those lines. I don't see enough of that, personally, to make that determination, but I do understand it. But the moments where he and Emily actually, like, are able to have, like, getting to know you moments, and him in particular gaining more confidence moments, it's very, it's cool and it's exciting. It's exciting to see the relationship between two NPCs develop and change over the course of the game, when I really don't see there being much between the player character and a character like Emily. But diversion back to Secret Note. I borrowed a necklace from Mom, but lost it somewhere near the bathhouse. She's going to freak out if she notices it's missing. All right. Something else for us to find. And it's written in Leah's handwriting. My idea of a perfect dinner would be a salad, goat cheese, truffle, and wine. For dessert, I'd need a poppy seed muffin. Yum. If someone gave me one of those things, I'd melt. All right. Things that Leah likes. Always good to know if you want to romance her. But yeah, it's I'm very much I'm far more interested in the idea of seeing the relationship between Clint and Emily develop than I am to see something develop between the player character and Emily, because I really don't think Emily is a great romance option. But that's just me. I know that she was one of the more popular choices when like by a very significant amount, if I remember correctly, when Concerned Ape did the poll to determine what new NPCs he was going to make romanceable. But this is going to end this episode. Let's see what all we have money-wise. 4,500 from farming, 13 from foraging. Not bad, 62.18 total. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server so you can join the conversation. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor, signing off. I'll see you then.